fellow tarot watchers. Thank you for joining Walk With Me Tarot. Once again, I'm going to do a quick and general reading for the sign of Capricorn. Okay. That's my signs through the 22nd of December, the 19th of January. And this reading is for the week of January 11th through the 17th, okay? So the first card I'm going to start off, and I hope you can see this clearly, is my Seven of Swords. I hope you can, because I know these holograms are hologram. So Seven of Swords is the first card. And this card is a card of finding a clever way. I feel like some people say betrayal, but it's finding a clever way of dealing with the situation. And I don't want to say sneaky because it's not sneaky. I feel like this is a confrontation that is coming through, and I almost feel like it's been intuitive for a while that you've been seeking some truths, and so there's finding out how to deal with those truths, whether it's getting the answers you need through straight, direct communication, or you overheard, or you're finding out the truth. And it's a clever way of getting this truth. And usually we do this when we start to ask ourselves those hard questions. Those hard questions. All right. Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And the Seven of Swords again, I also believe this is dealing with relationships in our life, okay? And relationships can mean friendships, love relationships, situationships, business partnerships, but this is definitely dealing with someone that you're needing to get the truth from. And you're finally trying to figure out a way to confront and get that truth. Okay, the next card that I have here is the Lover's card. Here we go. Said what we just said. This is definitely, again, a partnership. This is trying to find out some clear direction of where this is going, whether it be a relationship, again, business situation. Something here is making you ask that question regarding, is this where I'm supposed to be? Is this where I need to be? Or is it what I see it to be? 2026 right now has been a time of shedding our old selves. Change is inevitable and change is upon us. So a lot of people are asking questions that they've been putting off probably for a while. Maybe you've been too busy to address it, or just tired, or even in denial. But now it's in your face. Like you can't avoid that little nagging voice or that intuitive gut feeling. Something is making you kind of perk up your ears, trying to get in tune to find out what it is that your truth and your beliefs are. Because this is what it's coming down to. Whether it's a relationship, you're trying to decide, is this the person that you're supposed to be with? Is this the person you're moving forward with? Is this the person you're done with? If it's a job, is this a job I need to stay at? Do I need to find another way of dealing? Because truth is definitely the theme of this year. I know a lot of people are feeling those vibes. Clarity is among us. And if you have been in denial, you won't be any longer. You can't be. You can't be. You have no choice but to confront your truth and your beliefs if you want to move forward and find that peace in life. All right. Our next card after that is the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. I can't make this up. The Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of turning of events. Okay. So something has got to change in order for forward movement to take place. Something's got to be addressed before you can move forward. And then it has to be addressed in a way that there is truth. It has to be addressed. So if you've been in denial, been avoiding dealing with the situation that's making you feel some type of way, it's time to be real. Come at it with the place from a place of love, and be honest with yourself, because it's the only way you're going to be able to find that peace that you're so seeking, that clarity you're so seeking. So we have again the Wheel of Fortune, which is showing up after the Lover's card. This is telling me a story. I'm already seeing it. And it's regarding finding that clarity to move forward, being brave enough to address that situation that's making you feel like you have to find it, clarity, like that Seven of Swords, that you feel like you almost have to find out something in order to make this make sense to you. Alrighty. The next card that comes after this is going to be the Five of Swords. Oh, look at here. We're just really telling this story. And this is a card of inner conflict. So finding a way to deal with this inner voice, again, that you're feeling, this decisions that need to be made, whether or not to move in a direction. It feels like there's a lot of hard questions that need to be asked. There's been a lot of turmoil even on the inside. Maybe no one else has seen it, like that duck on water, you just floating on top but underneath. And it might have been that kind of situation, but it's coming to a head. It's coming to a point where you can't keep pretending that nothing is wrong or nothing, feels out of alignment. So it's coming to a time where you have to make a true decision and deal with that feeling that you're feeling as far as what is causing this inner conflict. Okay, and as we can see, if you start dealing with that inner conflict and start being honest with yourself, finding your truth, you're going to find some breakthrough, some clarity, some mental clarity. It's going to give you peace of mind. Sometimes the answers aren't as bad as we think they are. We only imagine them to be worse, but it's because we don't deal with them. You never know if you don't try, or ask, That's what's going on right now. A lot of people are coming to their truths, their beliefs, seeing the situation for what it is. And whether you're trying to get out of that relationship, out of that job, which is our Seven of Swords, trying to figure out a way to move forward in peace. Family, whatever the situation it is, there's some clarity coming through that's going to show where you are really. And you can't deny that. I mean, you can try to, but there comes a time in our life when truth is truth. And no matter what you do, you're going to have to face it head on. And it's scary. It is absolutely scary when we try to make decisions and not sure where they're going to lead. But to me, it's scarier not to even try. To me, that's the real tragedy. When you have questions, I think most of us want answers, but you have to be willing to seek out your truth. Okay? And then Ace of Swords, again, is a card of clarity. It's a breakthrough. When you ask those tough questions, you're going to get those answers that you need. It's going to bring you peace. To me, that's what it seems like it should be about, finding that peace in life, because it's been crazy the last few years. It's been really crazy. And you can't control everything outside of you. We try, but we can't. So that inner peace, inner clarity is huge. And I know when I listen to my gut, I always do a lot better. When I ignore that feeling is when I usually find myself in a hot mess. So listen to your truth. Be honest with yourself. Come from a place of love. And then make the necessary change to find that peace. I'm telling you, it's everything. When you have clarity and peace of mind, those hard questions don't seem as hard. All right, after this we have, look at our Two of Cups. So again, now this is regarding a partnership. And when I say partnerships, again, situationships, business, friends, family, this is definitely a connection that needs to be addressed. It looks so much like asking those questions are going to definitely bring about a sense of relief in some ways, and give you a sense of direction of where to go from there. And I think when we definitely address, again, from a place of love, the answers only can come from that as well. So Two of Cups is our next card. The next card here is the World. Look at here. Okay, so we just came from Two of Cups, and now we're jumping right into the World, which is fulfilling and new beginnings. So this is all about getting that clarity so that you can move forward. It is destined for you to move forward, whether you do that alone or with someone else, but the truth must be forefront in order for this to move forward. You got to definitely start those new beginnings, start making decisions based on truth. They have to be true. And sometimes it's hard truths, but we have to be truthful. If you're in a relationship that's not been going anywhere for a long time and you holding on, hoping that this person will become what you want, be truthful. If you're in a job that you know is making you feel like crap every time you show up, no matter what you do, you're not being recognized for the work in any way, financially, verbally, ask yourself, is this where I see myself in the next? And be truthful, because if not, it's the opportunity. It's time for new beginnings. It's time to make that choice to find that peace that brings you understanding and happiness and harmony. Okay, again, no matter what this relationship connection is, it's time to be honest with yourself and see if it needs to move forward with you in this next year. A lot of us are finding out no and shedding all of those untruths and finding our real beliefs. And that makes me happy. It's all around you. You can hear it. You can hear it in certain people. If you're highly sensitive, you're definitely feeling this vibe and you're understanding that it's time for change. Let's ride the wave of change while fortune is smiling upon us. And that's what's happening. I think this is a time for new opportunities, innovations, ideas, and it depends on how we take advantage of this. Ask yourself those truths, write down your truths, and be real. Be real. Okay, because there is a lot of new beginning coming for you, which is exciting. And look what comes after that, Four of Wands, which is celebration. We all know going through that portal, going through that, whatever you may have gone through in the last few years here, it's finally coming through to a place of celebration and looking back and seeing like, yes, I made it. So we're getting to a place of harmony and clarity again. That seems to be the theme throughout this reading for Capricorn, trying to find a lot of clarity and a lot of harmony for this beginning year 2026. And I hope most of you are finding that, because it is time. It's inevitable, really. It is inevitable. The truth will come to light, our belief system will be tested, and it's time to put what our test the metal, I guess is the walk the walk and talk the talk. There we go. So if you're saying that you believe the universe, this and that, then this is the opportunity, the time to go ahead and to trust in that truth. It's your truth. And a lot of us have not been living in our truth out of fear, out of necessity, out of survival, however we may say. But it's come a time of rotation where it's time to clear the air, be real, and see how we can move forward from this point. Okay, and I see nothing but new beginnings, however that may look to you. New beginnings. It's time for this change. It's time for this positive forward movement. It's going to happen regardless. So decide if you want to be a part of that wave or not. But clarity is going to be the theme of 2026. Belief is going to be the theme. And then putting that into motion. Trusting yourself enough, the universe enough, your most high enough in order to believe in your truth. Find your happiness. Life is too short. Life is too short. This world is crazy. We're seeing there's so much craziness going on. We don't have time to sit around and lie to ourselves anymore. There's some of you with talents and skills out there that the world needs. Let's put those to use. Okay? And our last card, sorry, I got off a little bit on that one. Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is a card of swift decisions. Again, there's this clarity coming through. Decisions. Here's my little dominoes, you guys. I'm trying to make these into something bigger. If anybody knows how they could, assist me, help me some kind of way, I would love that. All right. But this was your domino card, and I'm going to do more domino readings as time goes on. Again, I'm learning how to work this camera, these lights. I got all kind of stuff going on that I'm learning, but this is a part of my truth. I need to get and do what I love doing. I love doing tarot, so yeah, here we go. I'm going to make this a part of my truth. And the truth is, this may look a little jacked, but that's because I'm still learning. So bear with me, bear with me. It is going to get better as time goes on because I'm going to get more and more comfortable doing these readings. And I'm an intuitive reader. I love reading intuitively. So yeah, each time I know it's going to get a little bit better. But hey, here we go. I'm going forward, y'all. And the Knight of Swords is a card of swift decisions. And this was a decision I made for myself. My job is not something I wanted to do. And I have found myself in a position that is not bringing me joy any longer. And I had to be honest with myself. What is it that brings me joy? What brings me happiness and my passion? Let me put this stuff to use. These gifts are given for a reason. And this is not just for me. This is for anyone who's out there listening. And it's not just for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for anybody who's listening at this time, cross watchers. So our swift decision is coming through. Okay? We're trying to decide what it is that we want out of life and going for with all our gusto, with all our heart, with our pure souls. It is time. No more sitting on the sidelines and waiting for the perfect timing, because there's no such a thing. No more waiting for things to align, because they are. They already are. And they're aligned when you tell your truth. That's what we don't understand. That's why we don't always do things at the same time, because each person's truth is different. But when we truly align ourselves with our truth, we're going to find the clarity in our decisions. We're going to see things shift to make our truths reality, our beliefs system. Okay, so there we go. All of our cards. I hope you can see those. Again, I am working on getting more equipment so that I can get this reading up and going the way I want it to be. But I thank you for listening. I'm going to do my next reading, so stay tuned for that. I do appreciate, again, all you tarot watchers, all our HSPs, our highly sensitive people out there, our empaths. Thank you all, because I know you're all feeling this shift, this vibe, this frequency. And it feels amazing to know that there's others out there who are seeing clearly. So thank you all again. Enjoy the rest of your week. And until next time.